Well, hey guys, today I will be building something really fun. So there's this website called Internships where as a student you can apply to various internships to work on according to your skills. To apply for an internship, you have to click on this job posting, write a small cover letter, send over the resume and hit submit. But we all know that to get a call back, it is recommended to apply for a large number of jobs, right? Well, I'm kind of lazy, so I'm going to build a bot that will apply to all these job posts. That way, I'll have the maximum number of callbacks and my chances of getting hired will be more. Genius, right? Well, wrong, and you'll find out why. Now, every programmer needs to have a good working environment. In this case, we'll be needing Python because it's an amazing language for automating tasks. We need Selenium, which is basically an external Python library. You can install it by simply opening your terminal and writing pip install Selenium. Then we obviously need an Internships account. Make sure you have a resume on Internships because this is what you will be judged on. You also need to set preferences, that means what you are good at, your skill sets and other requirements. And well, the whole point of this video is to be lazy. Guys, believe me, laziness inspires innovation. Now, Selenium Module is used for automating your web browser, meaning it can run browser according to the code you wrote. It needs something called a web driver which can easily be installed from the official documentation. Before I proceed, I gotta tell you, this is not a tutorial. So if you find any inconsistencies with the code, chill the fridge out. Anyways, let's get started with the code now. I'll import our required modules such as Selenium and time. I created another file called const which will store my constants like email address, my account password and the job application letter. I set up some global variables such as the site URL. Create a Selenium driver object. This is what we'll be using for controlling our browser. Okay, let's do a dry run first. The very first thing we need to do is make our bot log into our account by putting in the email address and password. Then clicking on the submit button as well. Now the way Selenium controls the browser is by using the HTML attributes of the website itself. It can be viewed by inspecting the current pages. We are looking for the name of the input fields of our email and password in the HTML. Once we find them, we use the find element by ID method of our driver object and then we pass in the HTML attribute which is our input ID of the HTML form field. Guys, if you think that I'm moving too fast, the link for the code will be available in the description below. Feel free to check it out. You can use this code to automate your job applications. Similarly, we can find the login button and now we need to send some input to these objects which can be done by the send keys method. It takes the string parameter which will be the input that you usually type with your keyboard when you're not automating the browser. I have stored my email address and password in a separate file and I will be importing it from there. So the email and the password fields will be filled now, and now I want to click on the login button. This can be done by the click method. I'll also add some delay because our next page after login can take some time to load. When we log into our account, we need to click on this top link called Internships to view the list of available posts. I'll use the same technique. I'll inspect the element, find the link ID, and we can also use something called an XPath that can be copied directly from this tab. We'll pass this XPath to find element by XPath method and click on it. Easy. Now let's test this login function. We'll run our code and we'll see how our browser does. As you can see, it automatically opens the link, puts in my credentials and logs into my account, then clicks on the internship link. Excellent. Now I can see jobs and I need to click on every single one of them. I need to click on the apply now button and proceed with the resume and submit. The application page can sometimes have other input fields aside from the cover letter, which I am kind of lazy to handle. Also, I need to navigate to the next page and do the same thing all over again. So I'll first handle the page transitions. To get the total page numbers, I'll pass the getAttribute method to find element results. I'll use a while loop which will call a function called goToNextPage. This function will click on the next page link using the same technique that we have been using so far. Let's run and look at this. We are traversing through every page on this website. Now we'll write another function called applyAllJobs. This will be called in the for loop before the page transition. It will open each job post one by one and apply for the job. I need to get all the job links on the current page and store them in a list. Then I'll traverse this list by opening the link one by one, clicking on the apply button. This takes me to the application form page. Now the first field on this page is always the cover letter, and the second one asks if I can join on XYZ date. I'll handle these cases separately, and if there are any other fields, which in most cases there aren't, I'll just put my GitHub link there and proceed with the application. Let's test if it works. Perfect. I'm gonna write a really generic cover letter now in such a way that it can be used with every job application. Our final step is to click on that submit button and our bot will be complete. So I can sleep now while my bot applies for all 1100 jobs on this website. Now guys, I need not tell you that I did it as a joke. I don't actually want these jobs. These are very low paying jobs actually. If you're someone in second or third year of the college, you can use it. Find something to work at home. It's not necessary that you should work in computer science field. You can use this according to your preference. You could be a photographer, digital marketing, etc. I decided to stop the bot when it had reached 5th page. By that time it had applied to over 240 job applications. For the next few days I received so many responses and phone calls that I had to literally switch off my cell phone. This is partly the reason I wouldn't recommend using this. So guys, this marks the end of the video. I'll really appreciate your feedbacks, and I'll be pumping content regularly on this channel, so please subscribe if you want to see more of these experiments. Thank you.